Have you ever quietly wondered, why do my legs feel heavier these days? Maybe it takes just a little more effort to rise from your favorite chair, or the stairs seem steeper than they used to. Even a simple walk across the room feels slower, like your legs just aren't keeping up. You're not imagining it. And no, you're not alone. If you're over 60 and noticing that your legs feel weaker, slower, or a bit less steady than before, there's a real reason behind it. One that has nothing to do with laziness or aging badly. In fact, it's something most people never talk about, even though it affects millions. The good news? It's not permanent. And it doesn't require intense workouts, expensive therapy, or giving up your independence. In today's video, I'll show you how something as gentle as 3 specific vitamins, taken the right way, can begin restoring your strength, energy, and stability in just a few days. Stick with me to the end, because what you'll learn could change the way you move, feel, and live every single day. And before we dive in, tell me, where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments below. Then go ahead and subscribe, and tap the notification bell, because your health deserves care, knowledge, and support that's calm, clear, and designed just for you. Here's something most people never realize until it sneaks up on them. That heaviness in your legs, that little wobble in your step, the extra breath you take before standing up. It might feel like just getting older, but it's actually one of the first quiet signs of age-related muscle loss. It's called sarcopenia, and it begins long before you ever feel real pain. It starts subtly. Maybe your legs feel unusually tired after a short walk, or you feel just a little unsteady, even in your own living room. Most people assume this is normal, but the truth is, there's more going on underneath. What's really happening is that your body, the same one that's carried you through so much, may be running low on 3 simple yet powerful vitamins. These aren't exotic supplements. They're nutrients your body once absorbed easily. But after 60, that changes. Your digestion slows, absorption weakens, and your muscles, especially in your legs, quietly begin losing strength faster than you realize. But here's the hopeful part, and it's important. When these 3 vitamins are gently restored in the right way and at the right time, your body responds. Strength begins to return. Legs feel lighter. Balance improves. And no, you don't need intense exercise or fancy treatments. Just the right support, given in a way your body truly understands. Today, I'll walk you through these 3 often overlooked vitamins every senior should know, and exactly how to combine them to help restore your strength naturally. But before we dive in, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I love seeing the beautiful places represented here. It reminds me how many of us are walking this journey together. And if you believe your body deserves gentle, science-backed care, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're building a space for real wellness, especially for those of us who know aging can still be strong, vibrant, and full of life. Now, let's talk about the first vitamin your legs might be quietly begging for. Let's begin with a vitamin I like to call the switch, because when this one is turned back on, something shifts. Your muscles respond. Your nerves wake up, your steps feel lighter, and your legs, the same ones that may have felt stiff, tired, or heavy, start working with you again. That switch is vitamin D3. Now, I know you probably heard of vitamin D before. Maybe your doctor mentioned it for your bones, or you've seen it in the context of immune health. But what most people don't realize is just how deeply this single vitamin is tied to the way your legs move, stabilize, and support you, especially after 60. Vitamin D3 isn't just another vitamin. It acts more like a master control, a signal your body depends on to coordinate your muscles, bones, and nerves. It's what helps you push off the ground when you stand, balance confidently when you take a step, and keep your legs strong and responsive as you move through the day. But here's where the problem begins. After age 60, your body stops producing enough D3 on its own. Your skin becomes thinner, making it harder to convert sunlight into D3. You might spend more time indoors, understandably, and your liver and kidneys, which help activate vitamin D, slow down too. All of this leads to something many seniors quietly live with, a vitamin D3 deficiency. And the symptoms? They show up gently at first. Maybe your legs feel unusually heavy after walking. You start relying on furniture for balance, or you pause before rising from a chair, needing just a moment more to push yourself up. Sometimes you feel weak, even when you're not tired. Your muscles are there, but they don't fire like they used to. That, more often than not, is your body calling out for more D3. And the research confirms it. A clinical study at the University of Birmingham found that seniors over 65 who took just 800 IU of vitamin D3 daily regained up to 19% more leg strength, and they did it without intense workouts. A separate study from Harvard's Geriatric Center revealed that older adults with low vitamin D levels were 40% more likely to fall or be hospitalized. Think about that for a second. That's not just a statistic. That's your safety, your confidence, your freedom to move without fear. So how does vitamin D3 actually help your legs? It's quite remarkable, really. Vitamin D3 helps your muscles contract properly, so every step feels more sure-footed. It supports your nervous system, speeding up those signals from brain to muscle, making movement feel smoother. It strengthens your bones, especially in the hips and knees, and it calms low-grade inflammation, the kind that causes subtle aches, swelling, or that tight feeling in your calves after walking. In simple terms, vitamin D3 helps you stand taller, walk steadier, and bounce back more easily. Now, how much do you need? Most experts recommend 800 to 2,000 IU per day for seniors. But here's the key. Take it with a meal that includes a little healthy fat, like avocado, eggs, olive oil, or even full-fat yogurt. Because D3 is fat-soluble, it needs a bit of fat to be absorbed properly. Can you get enough from food alone? Technically, yes, but practically not really. You'd have to eat large amounts of salmon, liver, fortified milk, or egg yolks every single day. And let's be honest, most of us just don't eat like that anymore. That's why a simple D3 supplement, taken consistently in the morning or at lunch, can make a big difference, often within days. Your legs may start to feel more responsive, your balance may feel less fragile, and your confidence and movement may start to return, quietly but surely. If you're over 60, spend limited time outside, have joint pain, or find yourself hesitating before standing or walking, vitamin D3 may be one of the most important things you can restore, because your legs haven't given up on you. They're just waiting for the signal to come back online. And that signal, that switch, is vitamin D3. Before we move on, I'd love to know where you're watching from today. It's always such a joy to see this growing community from different corners of the world. Just drop your city or country in the comments. I read every one of them. And if you find this helpful so far, please give this video a like. Click subscribe, and don't forget to tap the bell icon. That way, you'll never miss gentle, science-backed tips to keep your body strong and your confidence high every single day. Now, let's talk about the second vitamin your legs and nerves may be quietly craving. That's vitamin B12. If vitamin D3 is the switch, then vitamin B12 is a messenger, the connection between your brain and your muscles. And when that message doesn't come through clearly, your body starts to feel like it's not listening to you anymore. Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your feet, or that odd numbness when you stand too long, like your legs just aren't quite awake? Maybe you've noticed your steps feel slower, your balance less sure, even though you haven't changed your routine. That's not just getting older. That could be your body whispering, I need more B12. You see, vitamin B12 supports a protective covering around your nerves, like insulation on a wire. It helps your muscles respond quickly, keeps your brain sharp, and ensures smooth communication between your central nervous system and your legs. But here's the problem. After age 60, your stomach begins producing less acid. That acid is crucial for unlocking B12 from food. So even if you're eating all the right things, eggs, fish, beef, your body might not be absorbing what it needs. And if you take common medications like acid reducers, metformin, or blood pressure pills, the challenge gets even bigger. So what happens when your B12 is low? At first, it's subtle. You might feel just a bit more tired in your legs, or notice a pins and needles sensation when you sit for too long. Maybe your balance feels off, or you're not lifting your feet as quickly as you used to. Some people even feel more forgetful, less motivated, or emotionally flat, and they blame it on age or stress. But time and again, B12 has been the missing piece. In a major study by Oxford University, older adults with low B12 were shown to walk slower, lose coordination, and face double the risk of falls, compared to those with healthy B12 levels. And in a clinical trial from the Journal of Gerontology, seniors who took B12 daily for just 8 weeks regained leg strength, sharper reflexes, and greater stability, even without changing their physical activity. That's how powerful this nutrient is. So how much do you need? For most people over 60, doctors recommend around 500 to 1,000 micrograms mcg per day, ideally in the form of methylcobalamin. That's the most active form of B12, which your body can absorb and use immediately, no conversion needed. It comes in small tablet sprays or lozenges you dissolve under the tongue, and many people find that just one dose a day brings back mental clarity, smoother movement, and steadier legs. Try taking it with lunch, and avoid drinking tea or coffee at the same time, since caffeine can block absorption. And if you've been feeling off, more tired, more wobbly, more numb, it's worth asking your doctor for a simple B12 blood test. It could explain far more than you realize. Because when B12 is restored, many seniors report feeling like they've reconnected to their own bodies. Their feet don't feel numb. Their legs feel more awake. Their balance improves. Their thoughts feel sharper. It's not magic. It's giving your nervous system what it's been quietly asking for. So if your legs feel like they've lost their spark, vitamin B12 might just be what helps you feel in control again. Waving hand, just a quick pause before we continue. If you're finding this helpful so far, I'd love for you to be part of this growing community. Tap the like button to let me know. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't forget to turn on notifications. That little bell means you won't miss the next simple tip. That could make a big difference. Now that we've talked about the switch that activates your muscles and the signal that reconnects your nerves and brain to your legs, there's one more piece we need to complete the puzzle. And this one might be the most quietly powerful of all. It's not a trendy supplement or a miracle pill. It's a simple, forgotten vitamin that fuels every single movement you make, especially the ones you don't even think about, like walking to the kitchen, getting up from the couch, or just standing tall without wobbling. I'm talking about vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, the body's natural spark plug. You see, no matter how strong your muscles are, no matter how clearly your brain sends messages to your legs, if your cells don't have energy, nothing moves the way it should. That's where vitamin B1 comes in. It helps your body turn food, especially carbohydrates, into real, usable fuel. It powers the process that gives your muscles strength, your heart rhythm, and your brain alertness. And since your legs hold the largest muscles in your body, they need more of this fuel than any other part of you. But here's where things get tricky. After age 60, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing B1 from food. Even if you eat well, the stomach acid required to absorb thiamine decreases with age. And if you take medications like diuretics for high blood pressure, or if you enjoy a glass of wine now and then, your thiamine levels may drop even further, often without warning. Certain antibiotics, blood sugar medications, and even stress can also quietly lower your B1 stores. Now think about this. Have you ever had days where your legs felt strangely tired? Even after a good night's sleep, you try to get up from a chair, and it takes a few extra seconds. You walk down the hallway and feel like your legs are dragging behind you. There's no pain, just a quiet sense of weakness, like your legs are running out of gas. That's exactly what happens when your body doesn't have enough thiamine. It's not that your muscles are broken. They're just not getting the energy they need to function. And it doesn't stop there. Some people experience subtle dizziness when they stand up too quickly. Others notice a kind of brain fog that makes it hard to concentrate, as if the mind is just a few seconds behind the body. You might even feel cramps in your calves or a buzzing sensation in your feet at night, and not know why. These signs are often chalked up to just getting older, but in reality, many are the quiet whispers of B1 deficiency, a problem that can be reversed. In one remarkable study published in the journal Neurological Sciences, seniors struggling with leg fatigue were given 100 milligrams of thiamine daily. Within just 7 days, The results were striking. Over 80% of participants said their energy had returned. More than two-thirds experienced less leg heaviness and less pain. And many reported something even more powerful, the return of motivation. They wanted to move again. They wanted to get up and go. In another large study from Tokyo University, over 30% of older adults were found to have low B1 levels, and those with deficiencies had slower walking speeds, weaker stair climbing ability, and spent more time sitting. Not because they were lazy or tired, but because their muscles were literally starving for energy. And here's the beautiful part. Once thiamine was restored, their strength came back. Not in months, often in days. That's the kind of gentle, natural restoration we're talking about here. No extreme workouts, no injections or expensive treatments. Just giving your body what it's quietly been missing all along. So how do you restore it? Most experts recommend anywhere between 50 to 100 milligrams of B1 per day for older adults, especially if you've been feeling unexplained fatigue, leg heaviness, or brain fog. It's water-soluble, which means your body takes what it needs and flushes out the rest. That makes it very safe, even for long-term use. To get the best results, it's best to take B1 in the morning, right after breakfast. Pair it with a balanced meal, something with whole grains, healthy fats, or a bit of protein. That way, your body absorbs it gently and uses it steadily throughout the day. And try to avoid taking it with coffee or tea, as these can sometimes interfere with how well your body uses the vitamin. You might be wondering, can I just get it from food? In theory, yes. In reality, it's a challenge. Thiamine is found in whole grains like oats or brown rice, legumes like beans and lentils, and meats like pork and organ meat. But today, so many processed foods have been stripped of this vitamin, and many seniors aren't eating enough of these whole, natural sources to replenish their stores. Even the healthiest eater might still fall short. That's why a simple, consistent supplement can make a world of difference. Not overnight, but sometimes in just a week or two, you'll start to feel something shift. Your legs feel lighter. You feel like moving again. You walk a little faster, and you don't think twice about it. You feel like yourself again. And that's the real gift of vitamin B1. It doesn't just support movement. It restores confidence. It brings back the feeling that your body can still carry you where you want to go. It makes daily life feel a little easier and a lot more hopeful. So now that we explored all three, vitamin D3, B12, and B1, the next step is learning how to combine them in the most effective, senior-friendly way to bring back strength, energy, and independence, the kind that lasts. While each of these nutrients works wonders on its own, the real magic happens when they're combined the right way, not randomly, not all at once on an empty stomach, but gently in the right order at the right time, in a way that works with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. Let's take a moment to walk through how to build a simple daily routine using these three vitamins. One that supports leg strength, steadiness, energy, and overall vitality without overwhelming your system. Start your day with vitamin B1, your morning fuel. Because thiamine helps unlock energy from your food, it's best taken early in the day, ideally with breakfast. Not only will it support your leg muscles throughout the day, but it also helps improve focus, mental clarity, and stamina, the kind that lasts well into the afternoon. So in the morning, after your first meal, maybe a bowl of oats, a boiled egg, or a little yogurt, take your B1 supplement. Most experts recommend around 50 to 100 milligrams daily for adults over 60. Later in the day, after lunch, take your vitamin D3. Since D3 is fat-soluble, it absorbs best with a meal that includes healthy fats, things like avocado, eggs, a little olive oil, or salmon. A dosage of 800 IU to 2000 IU daily is often safe and effective for seniors. But always check with your doctor if you have any health conditions, especially kidney or thyroid issues. Taking in the middle of the day also helps avoid sleep disruption, which can sometimes happen when D3 is taken too late. Vitamin B12 is most helpful in the early afternoon, when your energy might naturally start to dip. B12 gives your nervous system the support it needs for smooth, coordinated movement. Most seniors benefit from 500 to 1,000 micrograms of B12 per day, especially if you've been feeling off balance, forgetful, or slower to react when walking. Take your B12 with water and avoid pairing it with coffee or tea, which can reduce absorption. It's often best taken under the tongue or as a chewable tablet, so it bypasses the digestive system for better effect. Here's what a typical day might gently look like. After breakfast, take your vitamin B1 and enjoy a light walk or gentle stretching to wake up your muscles. At lunch, take your vitamin D3 with your meal. In the early afternoon, take your B12 with a glass of water to boost your alertness and support your nerves and balance. Here's what a typical day might gently look like. After breakfast, take your vitamin B1 and enjoy a light walk or gentle stretching to wake up your muscles. At lunch, take your vitamin D3 with your meal. In the early afternoon, take your B12 with a glass of water to boost your alertness and support your nerves and balance. If you're already taking a daily multivitamin, it's worth checking the label. Many senior formulas underdose these specific vitamins or include ingredients your body may not need. You want a simple, focused approach, not a cluttered mix. And this isn't about megadosing. These vitamins aren't quick fixes. They're quiet helpers. They work best when taken consistently, at the right times, with the right meals, and when you give your body a little patience. Over time, you'll notice something powerful, not a jolt of energy, but something gentler. Your steps feel lighter. Getting up feels easier. Your balance improves. You're steadier, more confident. You trust your body again. And that feeling changes everything. That's the quiet strength of gentle, intentional nutrition after 60. And it's just the beginning. If this helped you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Where are you watching from? What changes have you noticed in your legs or balance lately? Have you tried any of these vitamins before? And if you haven't already, please take a second to click like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. We share simple science-backed health tips just like this every week. Focus on strength, mobility, and joyful aging. Because your best years deserve your best body, and your legs deserve to carry you there with strength and grace.